One of the biggest adventure series successes at this point is the video game series The Walking Dead. I personally wasn't the biggest fan of it. I enjoyed the comic series, wasn't a big fan of the TV series, but the game was enjoyable from what I played. I just never really got into it past the first episode. Well, I recently got my hands on the 400 Days DLC, and I gotta say, I'm quite impressed, and here's what I thought.
What the fuck? Hey, you gotta get us the hell out of here.
You're not going anywhere!
Why the hell did you shoot that guy,
Dude,
man?
how they catch up to us? Hurry up, Eddie!
What's in the bag, D?
If you stole that bag, we need to know.
Oh God, run, come on, we gotta move.
Shit. Come here, everyone.
Watchdogs caught him trying to steal supplies.
Can't keep him here. We can't let him go.
This month.
First of all, let's talk about the audio. The voice acting in the series is very well done, and some of the music happens to be very creepy and ominous at times. It matches everything perfectly. If you've been a fan of zombie games, or if you've played the previous Walking Dead, it's essentially the same thing. You're not getting anything new or that unique, but this is one thing that the series has always gotten right. There isn't really much to say about the audio. You'll enjoy it. It works very well and creates some very haunting and even desolate atmospheres within it. So if you happen to enjoy the horror games and a properly done soundtrack, you're going to like 400 Days. The graphics in this game are one thing that I absolutely love. All the visuals in here look like they're hand-painted, much like the previous entries into the series, the previous 5 episodes. But you know what? The one thing that I really like about this is that it looks stronger, it looks darker, it looks richer. The graphics just look like they're hand-painted better compared to previous episodes. There is no awkward lighting in this one, from what I can tell from the first episode. And for the most part, much of the game is actually taking place at night, so there won't be any odd colors on the screen. But some of the visuals, such as the backgrounds and everything, they go from just during the day at a truck stop, a quick gas station where everybody's held up, to the woods in the middle of the night with fog rolling in. It's creepy when it needs to be. It's a little upbeat and bright when it has to be to convey the story and the emotions properly. The visuals do play a huge aspect when trying to push the characters' emotions for you to understand and put yourself in their shoes within the situation that you have to choose what they're going to do. The story writing here is amazing. It takes 5 different characters and tells them in a way that reflects the comic series more than the television show. Yes, the stories are all pretty short, but at the same time, they're effective. Some of the best stories within this episode have to do with the morality of your character. Choosing whether you're going to kill somebody or not, or whether you're going to do the right thing or the wrong thing, has always been an enjoyable factor within the Walking Dead video game series here, and it's truly on display in this one. The gameplay is essentially the same as the previous Walking Dead entries, and it's all essentially just choosing which response you want to get and how it's going to impact the other non-playable characters within the series. Of course, there are times where you have to walk around and do certain things, such as when you're walking around in the forest trying to find the dead body that you think you hit. But it's an engrossing story that leaves the minimal gameplay very effective without any flaws, and it helps to push the storylines around quite well. Overall, 400 Days of The Walking Dead is actually a very nice DLC that ties everything together quite well, and it makes every decision from your previous episodes all the way into this new one work out very well to create a brand new storyline for you to enjoy that is more than likely coming. This one is a simple prologue to the series that really isn't that long. I think I counted maybe an hour of gameplay, if not an hour and a half, depending on which options you choose. Some stories took me 10, 12 minutes. And then I went back and replayed them, and it took 7. It all depends solely on what your decisions are and how you're going to drive your character. Other than that, it's an enjoyable title, and it's a little bit of a budget title. It's about $5, 400 Microsoft points. It's, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, if you'd like some very well done story writing, and if you're more a fan of the comic book series and the television show, you're definitely going to enjoy 400 Days, and it's well worth picking up if you enjoy adventure games. If this sort of thing is not your cup of tea, it's still not going to win you over. But The Walking Dead 400 Days is definitely DLC that is well worth spending the money on.